guys, Rob from the Off-Grid Tiny House. Working on my bug out bag here. Now, I moved the USB lighter from the side pouch inside of this compartment here. That was a mistake because I end up getting bit again by it. Because they don't have a safety lock built in on this thing, and if you accidentally do this, it'll start burning stuff like skin. So when it was in here, it accidentally went off and burned a small something in the compartment up here. Not that it damaged the compartment too badly, but whatever, right? So now obviously I'm trying to organize it so everything's kind of in behind the solar panels like so, right? And that way the USB connections work well together. Inside the compartment I have the new headlamp, and the zipper compartments open a tad, and you see this here, which is the charger. Now I'm having an issue here with the electronics portion. So this is a all powers portable solar panel, guys. Now inside of this compartment, which I may have to zoom in for you to see anything. Inside there, you can kind of see the two USB ports. Now, they both say USB out. Okay? So, what I'll do just for this video, I'm going to plug in the the device here, the USB lighter, and if I zoom out, it's hooked up here to this blue USB lighter. Now, when I go to hook up the headlamp, something interesting happens. So kind of watch here, guys. So I'll hook it up to the other side of the USB. The light came on the USB port, the red light, and this guy is now charging. Now, how is that? So somehow power from the batteries out of the headlamp is going into the solar panels and then going back to charge this battery as well. And the solar panel's not even out into the sun, so that red light should not even be on, but it is. You can see it there. See that there? Right there. Yeah. So maybe if I get now this is it's good and bad in a way. That means I can charge this device off of the headlamp, but not vice versa if I had to. But it also means that that little red light on in the solar is a load, and so is this light. And there's no light in here actually. So there's two load lights. The battery power from the headlamp is going into the smaller one to charge it back up. So I wanna experiment here, guys, to see how long this actually does this for. Because if that light shuts off when this is done charging, then things will be okay. But if it doesn't, that means I'm going to have to leave these unplugged or at least just the headlamp unplugged until I'm out and about outside with the bug out bag, and that way at least it's getting a charge off of the sunlight and not stealing it off the batteries. So obviously important to check and test all your gear. So I'm gonna just kind of get back to you with an update if this changes. I'm just gonna leave it as is for now, and I wouldn't think it would ever backfeed like that. Very strange. Very strange. But that's the way it is, apparently. So, also, by moving the headlamp into this compartment, I had to remove some gear. So I had a pair of gloves in there and some other gear in this little plastic baggy thing. I'm probably just going to end up putting that inside the bug up bag and go from there. That way I have that stuff, and should be good to go. But I'm going to monitor this, get back to you guys, see if that red light does go out. Hopefully it does once this is fully charged, because this is not fully charged, and neither is my headlamp. So hopefully nothing's getting warm or anything. So, you know, hopefully everything's cool this way. I also want to replace this stainless steel band for something tighter, so it really holds the USB device tight to this paracord. Well, I can do some. Here, let's see what I can do. I was gonna get another carabiner on here because I thought that would tighten things up quite a bit. So we'll just see how much I can get away with. If I go through this loop. Whoops. I lost my little connector there for a second. There we go. It's still not quite tight enough. Might have to do something with the carabiner, I think. Something. Because I want it fairly tight on there. We'll work on that as well. Because this may have to be, you know, adjusted depending on this battery situation right now. But interesting to know that I can charge other devices off of the headlamp batteries, which are lithium 18650s, and that's a little bit better. So basically the headlamp, there's no solar power coming in on this panel, so the batteries from the headlamp are actually charging this device, and could charge other devices like phone, tablet, whatever, you name it, that's USB powered. So this I'll get back to you. Like I said, this is kind of interesting. I'm just figuring the stuff out as we go. But the nice thing about the lithiums, lot more. They got a lot of bang for their buck. You can recharge, you can discharge and recharge them multiple times, and it doesn't really hurt them that bad. There's plenty of tests online that people have done, and as opposed to the lead acid rechargeables. And then also the amp hour rating on these batteries is quite impressive too. So it's like carrying a little 8 amp hour battery around with you, which is really cool. So that's a lot for small devices, believe it or not. 8 amp hours, so especially portable, something on the go. So I'll get back to you once we see what happens here, guys, okay? See you in a bit. Hey guys, we're back. The USB charger is now not glowing blue. So that battery is done charging via the headlamp. Although, if you see here, this red light is still on. So basically the headlamp is putting power into that light because it's a load, and it's going to just eventually over time trickle down those batteries and empty them. So what I'm going to do is basically all I can do is pull this plug out of here, and that way it'll save my batteries from being discharged. So I'll have to just remember to plug this in when I take the battery pack out. It's just something I gotta do. But it's interesting to find out that, you know, that is going to charge up other devices through the USB panel, acting like some type of USB hub. So kind of weird discovery there. But there you go, guys. So that's I guess it's because it doesn't have some kind of resistor in there or backfeeding device installed in there. So we'll see what happens.